My name is Oladako Kunubi. You welcome to the show this morning, and this is your Remedy Radio Dial. And on the show this morning, we switched the gears a bit from the whole disappointment that happened to the Super Eagles of Nigeria yesterday. But let us look at what the disappointment of Golden State Warriors in the NBA. We talk tennis, we talk boxing, because there's an update about Dana Dubois, who he's likely going to face as mandatory challenger. Before we talk about games going down or that went down yesterday, we've been getting reactions. Eric Shaw spoke. We listened to the aftermath of that game. If the destiny of Nigeria is still in their hands or in another set of teams' hands. Those are the things we're looking at on the show this morning. We're live on Facebook, live on YouTube, Solutions 93.9 FM. Just type. Click, like, share, subscribe, comment. Let us get your opinions on the show this morning. You can also listen to the station from wherever you are. Just go straight to Radio Garden, type Solutions 939 FM, and you can listen on the go. So let's start with tennis this morning. Good game for Novak Djokovic, and it doesn't look like a man that is stopping anytime soon. Well, Novak Djokovic won 12 of his last 14 games of his match against Lorenzo Musetti to crush the Italian 6-2, 6-2 and move into the quarterfinal of the Miami Open in his best performance since the Australian Open. The momentum in the rain-delayed match seems to swing in Djokovic's favor when he complained to the chair umpire in the opening set over serve clock warning. Now, let's talk about another man who won yesterday. He's Grigor Dimitrov, a man who went all the way to claim a two-set victory over his opponent, Brandon Nakashima. Grigor Dimitrov won 6-4, 7-5, and he is through to the next round of the ongoing Miami Open. But, hey, he made something clear yesterday, saying that, it may look difficult, but it looks more focused going into the tournament.
It was a good match, honestly. I think that was I think one of the toughest conditions were today. Actually, the court is fairly fast, and when the sun comes out and the humidity was really kicking in, so I could use the court a little bit more, and I think that was I think that helped me a lot. And of course, serve when I had to, serve good when I really had to. I think those were the two components where I felt really good with, and they were going my way today. Well, I mean, I'm always trying to play my game, because there's quite a few things that I have worked on. So of course I also want to go after my sprints, and I think that's one of them. Serving good, coming to the net, sneaking in, being also disruptive. Of course, I felt like I didn't have to do that much in terms of disrupting the game, but I just wanted to do something more with the ball. So every time I had the opportunity, I wanted to create something, and I think that was a good focus on that.
Grigor Dimitrov, after his victory against the Brandon Nakashima on Tuesday evening. But looking at all the winners that went the next round alongside Grigor Dimitrov, they include Matteo Berrettini, Alex de Minaur, Sebastian Corda, Francisco Cerundolo, Novak Djokovic, and Matteo Berrettini. Now, looking at games for today, two already decided. Jakub Mensik is through to the next round after walking over Thomas Markak. And for Taylor Fritz, defeated Adam Walton this morning, 6-3, 7-5. Well, for other games scheduled for today, Alexander Zverev will be up against Arthur Fields by 8 p.m. today. And by 9:30, Francisco Cerundolo will battle Grigor Dimitrov. Let's talk about the ladies this morning. Yes, I love ladies. And, remember, it was more of some sort of ladies where you can put your money on. But in the WTA, my brother, think wise. Well, Jasmine Paolini is headed to Miami Open semi-final for the first time. The 6th-seeded Paolini defeated unseeded Magdalena of Poland 6-3, 6-2 on Tuesday, becoming the first woman entrant into the tournament Final Four this year. Now, Paolini is the first Italian woman to make the semifinals at Miami, and there were 6 instances of Italian women making the quarterfinal there. Most recently, Martina Trevisan in 2023. Okay, now let's look at what is currently ongoing in the Miami Open WTA category. Arina Sabalenka defeated Kwek Xiang 6-2-7-5 this morning to book a place in the next round. Iga Swiatek will be in action 6 p.m. today against Alexandria Ela. Remember, Ela has been fantastic so far this season. I mean, defying all odds to get to this stage of the quarterfinal. She had to walk over her opponent in the last round before getting to this stage, and she defeated a top player before moving to walk over a player before getting to this stage. Wishing Erla all the best in the game today against Iga Swiatek. And if she defeats Iga Swiatek, well, that means she's in for greatness. Now, moving away from that, let's go straight to talk basketball this morning, where Golden State Warriors superstar Steph Curry sat out this morning's 112-86 loss to Miami Heat. Remember, for Steph Curry, he has been battling a sort of injuries, but I mean, he also affected the team this morning. Let's take you back to that game. Golden State Warriors losing to Miami Heat.
Second meeting in Miami. Stop 2 on this 6-game, 14-day road trip for the Dubs. Second meeting against the Heat. And moments ago, Jimmy Butler was announced to the crowd, and I'd say a ton of people cheering, hey, thanks for the 64 playoff games, and then it wouldn't be 2025 if you didn't have people boo. Wiggins 42 on Sunday, second highest scoring game of his career at 47 against the Lakers, and another former Warrior, Alec Burks, opens with a 3. Bam Adebayo working on Draymond, and then hammering it down as Draymond Green got hit in the face. Pass inside, and Khalil Ware, who followed TJD in Indiana, and as a rookie, he's having a great season.
Jimmy Butler gets inside, and bodies bouncing off of him, bodying people.
Tyler Hero, first-time All-Star, floating in the bucket. Buddy Hield, it's the first 3 of the night.
Tyler Hero is still a little worse for wear.
Post behind the back to Guy Santos. That's the niftiest pass he's had all season. Shot clock at 1. Pajemski's got to make something out of nothing. Did well to hit iron. Guy Santos another 3, and Guy's got another one. Isolate for Idris, his given name. And Adebayo putting it up and in and drawing the foul. Keep going Adebayo on post. And if you're the Warriors, you can help off Davion Mitchell and others. Adebayo play one-on-one can be dangerous. He banks that one. Pella Larson, 3 years at Arizona. Checks in and flips that up and in. He's the 44th pick. Falling out of the rotation a little bit. Larson hitting another 3. What a three-point night for the Heat. 16 of 23. And J.K. missing that 3. Trace Jackson-Davis dunking it down.
Jimmy Butler tried to get it going. The bench did all they could. As Davion Mitchell knocks another one down.
Davion Mitchell made as many threes as the Warriors starters. They were 2 of 20 from 3, the Warriors starters tonight. And that's, the math doesn't work.
A disappointing one for Golden State Warriors, right? And not being able to score 100 points. I mean, scoring 86 to Miami Heat, who scored 112 points. Spoiling Jimmy Butler's hype in the wee hours of today. Well, Steph Curry needs to just quickly come back, but you don't have to rush him as well. Although for Steve Kerr, who's the coach of Golden State Warriors, said Curry felt something towards the end of his individual workout on Monday, and the team decided that it was best to give the point guard more time to recover from a pelvic contusion he suffered on Thursday in a win over the Toronto Raptors. So, well, that's the situation there. Well, for Milwaukee Bucks star Damian Lillard has been diagnosed with deep vein thrombosis, also known as blood clot, in his right calf, and will sideline himself indefinitely. And that is according to what the team has been updating us about. Now, let's look at all the results of games in the NBA decided in the wee hours of today. A lot of matches played. Charlotte Hornets losing 104 to 111 points against Orlando Magic. Jetro Pistons beating San Antonio Spurs 122 to 96 points. Another disappointing game for San Antonio Spurs, not being able to score to 100 points just like Golden State Warriors, but even scored better than Golden State Warriors. And New York Knicks defeated Dallas Mavericks 128 to 113 points. Houston Rockets defeated Atlanta Hawks 121 to 114 points. Utah Jazz lost 103 to 140 points against Memphis Grizzlies. This is a wide margin, and for Grizzlies had to grill Utah Jazz like chicken. Well, for Portland Trail Blazers, lost 111 to 122 points against the Cleveland Cavaliers, as Sacramento Kings lost 105 to 121 points against Oklahoma City Thunder. Result of games in the NBA in the wee hours of today, you got there. Remember, games are going down tomorrow. LA Lakers will be back against Indiana Pacers by 12:30. By 12:30 a.m. But before that game, Philadelphia 76ers will start by 12 a.m. tomorrow against Washington Wizards. Brooklyn Nets playing against Toronto Raptors 30 minutes later. The same time LA Lakers is playing against Indiana Pacers. New York Knicks battling LA Clippers. Denver Nuggets taking on Milwaukee Bucks by 2 a.m. An hour later, Boston Celtics will be up against Phoenix Suns. That's updates from the NBA. Now let's talk boxing. For those of you who love boxing, there is an update here where Derek Chisora is the mandatory challenger for Daniel Dubois' IBF World Heavyweight title, and that is coming from promoter Frank Warren. The British heavyweight floored Otto Walling twice to earn a point win in his 49th career fight in February, which was designated as a title eliminator for the right to challenge current IBF champion Dubois. Now, for Dubois is currently pursuing an undisputed world heavyweight title fight against Alexander Usyk, the WBC, WBO, WBA champion, but the Ukrainian has also been ordered to fulfill a WBO mandatory title defense against Joseph Parker. So now some boxers are calling the shots right now. They're the big names. So for some, the likes of Anthony Joshua, Tyson Fury, well, Fury, who said he wants to go, has retired. We know he will surely come out to fight, but this is the update. Chisora Daniel Dubois. Now, we are also seeing updates here that Anthony Joshua could be open to a Joseph Parker rematch as he approaches the final roll of the dice in his career. Eddie Hearn is updating boxing fans there. The British heavyweight has suffered a minor injury and has extended his absence from the ring since a fight round knockout loss to Daniel Dubois at Wembley in September. So let's keep our fingers crossed to see what happens. But remember, we'll go on a break now, and when we come back, we'll talk football from the local to the foreign scene. Tony Bitoye has been talking about the disappointment of the Super Eagles of Nigeria, disappointing outing last night in Uyo. Maybe we should say that people should be buying their ticket to go and watch games and not just give out tickets to fans. Maybe the players were overconfident. Maybe it was more of pressure with the number of fans at the stadium. Maybe. We'll be right back. Do not go anywhere.
I can't seem to find the right event center for this party.
What's the problem? You sound so worried.
I've been searching for a venue that can handle both the formal ceremony and the casual after party. Nothing seems to fit both moods.
Have you heard of Aweni Arena Event Center?
Aweni Arena? What makes them so special?
They are the perfect blend of elegance and comfort. Their venue is versatile, has the perfect space, event managers, and security for every occasion. And they will work with you to create the perfect setting for every part of your event.
Wow, this is perfect. Aweni Arena really nailed it.
Yes, they did. Visit us at 116 Obafemi Awolowo Way, Iyano Liberty, Okado, Ibadan, or call 0809 360 7888 or 0706 899 4970 to book your event today. Aweni Arena Event Center is where your event finds its perfect fit.
Abeg, why all this commotion for Mommy Dolapo's shop?
It's Rocky by Chin Chin. Everybody's saying a better snack all day long.
Now wow. This Rocky by Chin Chin, they're good for money snack. What are you eating that got you so excited like this?
Mr. Tunde, na Rocky by Chin Chin, oh.
Rocky by Chin Chin?
Yes, Oga. It's very delicious and nourishing.
Are you serious?
You don't believe me? Go ahead, have a taste.
Wow, no wonder everyone is crazy about it. Mary, help me and go get some Rocky by Chin Chin so I can use it for breakfast.
Okay, sir. Rocky by Chin Chin. Very delicious. Yummy. Rocky.
Rocky Bite Chin Chin. Unleash the unstoppable snack adventure. Produced by Sumal Foods.
True strength. What defines it? The brilliance of a player, or when a team comes together to win. A solo beat, or the rhythm of many. The flair of one dancer, or the art of a troupe. One distinct voice, or the beauty of the symphony. At FCMB Group, we build ecosystems, empower communities, and create the future. Because we believe it's not just one, but the power of the group that delivers the future we all desire. FCMB, the power of the group.
It is 9:19 from Solutions 93.9 FM. Welcome back to Kickoff Sports Show. My name is Oladapo Kunubi, in case you're just tuning in. Now, let's go straight to the second half of the show where we talk football. Let me quickly say shout out to Agumbiade S.A. Sharif live on Facebook saying good morning. Adeboja Yusuf, good morning to you. People are saying good morning in a cold way, right? Okay. Because I want Ganzi here yesterday, I knew something disappointing would happen in that game. I'm not trying to sound like a prophet of doom, but I just felt like we could have focused more on winning than saying that we want to buy tickets, buying the whole ticket for the game, allowing people to just go into the stadium. But, okay, let's just put it aside. But, well, Super Eagles of Nigeria yesterday played out a 1-0 draw against the Warriors of Zimbabwe in Group C of the 2026 FIFA World Cup qualifiers. And the Super Eagles once again failed to record a home win in the World Cup qualifiers after the draw with Zimbabwe in Tuesday's match in Uyo. Reactions have been following this, but first, let us get the reaction of the coach of the Super Eagles, Eric Shell, who believes that, well, there were mistakes in that game, but it still feels like Nigeria can finish second in that group.
We made some mistakes in the last technical skill before the last two, and Zimbabwe comes to defend. Zimbabwe comes to defend to stop the game. So in second half, we thought that we make when we scored the goal, we think that maybe it's finished. So it missed 10 seconds. I think it's tough, it's hard, because my team was the best on the pitch with the position ball, with the fast attack. So just missed some goals, and I'm so disappointed for my player, for the country, because we can do it. I don't know the other game. I think we can go to looking for the second place. So, but the game like that, it's crazy. So.
Well, the game crazy. Super Eagles of Nigeria fourth on the table, 7 points from 6 matches, winning 1, drawing 4, losing 1, scoring 7, conceding 6, having just +1. And looking at that Group C, South Africa is topping the group with 13 points from 6 matches, winning 4, drawing 1, losing 1, scoring 10, conceding 5, having +5. Rwanda is second with 8 points. Benin Republic is third with 8 points. Nigeria is fourth with 7 points. Lesotho is behind Nigeria with 6 points from 6 matches. Zimbabwe, a team yet to win a game, picked a point against Super Eagles of Nigeria. And guess what? Maybe you call them the draw specialist, because Zimbabwe has drawn 4 games now, losing 2. But now let's get more reactions concerning this particular game. Former FIFA and CAF technical instructor Adegboye Onigbide says he's still hopeful that the Super Eagles will qualify for the 2026 World Cup despite the team's 1-1 draw against Zimbabwe at the Gosol Akpabio Stadium, Uyo. Now, for Tony Bitoye, former Super Eagles media officer, spoke this morning saying that, well, maybe over celebration, not focusing more, and now the destiny of Nigeria is no longer in their hands.
I always have a problem when we get to a very high level, because getting to a very high level is not a problem in itself. It is staying at a very high level. So sometimes when you climax too early, the next thing to expect is to slide down. And that was why I did a lot of postings on social media when we played on Friday against Rwanda, won that game by 2-0, and we were celebrating, we were happy. And I remember I did a few postings and I tried to warn that, look, all the good job done in Kigali, winning this game, will be undone if we do not beat Zimbabwe on Tuesday. And that has played out now because it's a long race, but we do not have options anymore. Our campaign in these World Cup qualifiers has been abysmal. It's been really poor. We've played 6 games. We've had only 1 win. We've not won any game at home, So this campaign has been absolutely disappointing by the standards of Nigeria. And we are still talking about the possibility of qualifying for the World Cup because other teams in the group have conspired to help us to stay in the race. If it was a group where there's a team that is winning all the games, we'll be talking about a team with 18 points, and then you are on 7 points, the race is over. The 2026 World Cup race is not over, but the truth is that it has become very difficult now for us to win. We need a miracle, we need several miracles, we need results elsewhere, we need other teams to press the self-destruct button, and then for us to be able to capitalize on those mistakes to get a chance to go through. I mean, in summary, our destiny no longer lies in our hands.
Former Super Eagles media officer Tony Bitoye has seen it all, and that was his submission early this morning. Okay, now looking at Nigeria's 8 points, right? And let's look at other serious teams who have the dream of qualifying to the FIFA World Cup. Nigeria's got 7 points. Now look at Group A of the FIFA World Cup qualifiers on the continent of Africa. Egypt is topping Group A with 16 points. Burkina Faso is with 11 points. Sierra Leone is third with 8 points. And in Group B, we have DR Congo with 13 points. Senegal with 12 points. Sudan with 12 points. C serious teams. South Africa leading Nigeria, leading Group C. So let's just move. Let's go to Group D. We have Cape Verde. Look at Cape Verde since 2013 Africa Cup of Nations. This team has been consistent. Now, Cape Verde with 13 points, leading Group D. Cameroon with 12 points in place second. Libya is with 8 points, third in Group D. And is Angola that has 7 points in that Group D. So, we can't say Nigeria is in group of death, right? But look at Group E that has Morocco, Niger, Tanzania, Zambia, former African champions. Now, Morocco's got 15 points. Now, other teams in that group, second and third place teams with 6 points, Niger and Tanzania. Group F, Elephants of Ivory Coast has got 16 points. Gabon has got 15 points. Burundi has 10 points. Group G has Algeria, Mozambique. Algeria has got 15 points. Mozambique has got 12 points. Botswana, placed third, has 9 points. Group H, you look at the teams topping first and second, 16-12, 15-12. Gabon has 15 points. Look at all these teams. But a reaction is coming this morning on the Facebook fan page. Duke Pereira, Alvin Ayodeji is saying, good morning, YS9. The time of qualifying rounds when Nigeria needs their 4-figure table and scientific calculators to start their permutation of how the Super Eagles will qualify is here. I'm still rooting for the Super Eagles anyways. Well, I like your spirit, but let me just shock you this morning. Iran qualified for the 2026 World Cup after Mediterranean scored twice in a 2-2 draw with Uzbekistan yesterday. And guess what? Defending champions Argentina also got their chance of defending the World Cup title in 2026 after becoming the first South American team to qualify for the tournament in the United States, Canada, and Mexico next year. So we have to keep thinking qualifying first with games to spare. Olaleke Olutoyin, good morning to you. Okay, so we look at this. I mean, look at the results of games that came from the South American World Cup qualifiers. Argentina defeated Brazil 4-1. Chile played out goalless against Ecuador. Colombia and Paraguay played out 2-0 draw. Venezuela defeated Peru 1-0. I mean, this is a morning where we have to be positive, right? That is it. Stand strong despite the draw. Because, I mean, yesterday's draw looked like defeat. But, hey, Nigerians, you don't have to look like someone that is defeated. Look at the positive sides. But this morning, we'll be looking at headlines on the pages of Nigerian newspapers. Reactions from what happened at the National Assembly again yesterday. The shouting back and forth. Well, I know Comrade Ayodele Ajishokwe is ready this morning with Adeda Molala Fenwa. Looking at that drama that happened. Obi Ezekwe Sele and one of the members of the Senate, maybe there is more than what we are seeing. And also the whole recall drama, well, INEC has spoken. Everything needed could not meet up. Okay, so Comrade Ayodele Ajishokwe and Lafi. Well, remember the Kogi senator, that is the Kogi senator, the former Kogi senator, that is in Kogi, Dino Melaye. Remember, he was about to be recalled, and that did not work. Maybe we should scrap out recalling from the Nigeria's constitution. Were you surprised that they could not meet up with what was required to recall Natasha?
No, I'm not. I wasn't surprised actually, because I know they were not sincere with it.
With the recall,
they were not. The process. It looked cooked up, kind of.
Okay. All right. So we saw different pictures yesterday, right?
Different pictures
about the signatures.
The different signatures and everything.
Okay.
And there were even speculations that there was a particular gathering that people were lured to come for empowerment program. And they said when they got there, they were handed some forms to fill, and they asked for their voter cards, and they later found out that the signatures they were appending to those forms were to be used for the recall process. So some of them opted out that we didn't come here for this.
Okay. And some also said that the person leading the recall is closer to the former governor of Kogi State.
She's actually the senior special assistant to the governor, Ododo.
All right, it's over. Well, many things happen. Okay. You said. All right, so many things happening in the Market Square in Kogi State and at the FCT Abuja. Brimo Market Square. My name is Oladapo Kunubi. Like we always say, keep doing sports. Stay safe.
Anger razor go slash the wheel the two. To hold the person back, you go stay back to make sure.